Meet Tuliana Kline. She is my massage therapist extraordinaire, and I am getting prepared for an in-house massage. So, Tuliana has been our massage therapist since we moved to Mexico. And it's a really very cool story of how I met her. So we thought that she was so good, and I've been getting massages for many, many years. But she was so good, and she used to bring her table with her. And we loved her so much, we decided to buy our own massage table and just set it up in our home so she wouldn't have to carry it in a car or on the bus. So I'm getting ready for a luxurious massage. And my friend Susan just finished, and now it's my turn. So stay tuned. Okay, welcome Tuliana. Oh,
Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you too?
I'm doing fine. Ada's going to conduct this interview, so you guys have fun.
Okay. So, welcome Tuliana to this channel. And so let me tell you a little bit about Tuliana, everybody. Tuliana is my massage therapist, and funny story about how I met her. So two and a half years ago, Daryl and I came here to Chapala for a scouting trip to see, if we liked the area, if we wanted to move here, and then we wanted to look for an apartment if we decided we were going to move. And we were walking one day, and I saw this tiny little lady on the other side. She was so cute, had her hair all braided up and everything. And I was like, Daryl, there's another African-American person here in Mexico. And I said, should I yell over there at her? Daryl said, yeah, go for it. And I was like, hello, hello. And you turned around. This lady turned around.
Yeah.
And I said, can I come across and talk to you? And I walked across, introduced myself, and I said, I hope you don't think I'm like a crazy lady, but I was just excited to see you walking along. And we started chatting, and I found out then that you were a massage therapist, and the rest is history. I was like, oh, yay. And so I scheduled an appointment. I told you we would be moving back in May, and we started our relationship, and the rest is history. So I have to tell you guys, she is a massage therapist extraordinaire. She's very tiny. It's like, how did you get to be so strong? Because she is super strong, super, super strong. So let's get started. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about your humble beginnings. And, like anything that you're not comfortable talking about, you don't have to. Well, this is just a fun chat between me and you. But, it'll be fun because people will want to know a little bit about you. And I think that your history, your background is extremely fascinating. So I just want my audience to know a little bit about you. So let's talk about your humble beginnings. And I'll just kind of start out by asking you, I know that when you were very young, because you're still very young, you're what, like 25?
Yeah, 25.
25 to my, I'm not telling you how old I am, but anyway.
I mean, do you mean when I started massaging?
No, it says, how old are you now?
Oh, 25.
Yeah, see, she's a baby compared to some of us here. But anyway, so I know that when you were very young, at some point you were living with your grandmother.
Yeah.
So your grandmother raised you and maybe some other siblings. Is that how that? Yeah. So how did that come to be? Talk about how you ended up with your grandmother and not your mom and dad. And okay, first off, everybody, Tuliana is from Ghana. Africa. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I love Africa. But anyway, so tell me a little bit about how you ended up with your grandmother and when, at what age did your grandmother take over the rear?
And actually, um, I'm half Ghanaian, half Ivorian,
Oh,
and yeah, and my mom died when I think I was 4, and my grandmom like take
took
over,
over.
like yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So you're half Ghanaian and half Al
Ivorian, Ivory Coast, like
Ivory Coast.
yeah, half Ghanaian, half
Woo! I had a very good friend in the US who was a PhD in, I'm trying to think, it was some science. I don't know if it's genetics or something, but she worked at Alabama A&M and she was
yeah.
from the Ivory Coast. Cool
Okay.
sister, cool sister. Oh, that's fascinating. See, now I didn't know that.
Uh,
Okay, so your grandmother took over, you were about 4.
yeah,
And then something very exciting at some point, maybe when you turned about 7 or 8, you met someone.
yeah. I met this woman from United States called Dorinda. She
Uh-huh.
saw me and she was like, "Oh, she's so pretty." It's like she fell in love with me and she wanted to adopt me, but I didn't really get adopted. I just stayed with her. Like yeah, like she just took me in.
Yeah, got it. And your grandmother was okay with you just, like,
Yeah, she actually it was a surprise to her because I was with my auntie, so she didn't know what was going on. So when
oh,
my auntie went back home, she's like, where is she?" She got very angry with that because she thought like she sold me or something. So there was a little bit of argument with that, and I had to
oh,
go back to my hometown so she can see me.
oh, I see, I see. Wow, fascinating. Well, I don't blame her. I would have been kind of upset at my cute little girl, uh, you
Yeah.
know, going away with someone and me not knowing the details.
Yeah.
Telling you, but for sure, if I had been in that area when you were a little
Yeah.
one, I would have snatched you up. You were so cute. But okay, so got it. Now, what's interesting is when I met you, um, I we kind of we started talking, and somewhere along the way, I don't know if I saw a picture, but somewhere along the way, I found out that the woman you were calling mother was
Yeah.
Caucasian. She's white. She's not
Yeah.
black. So, to be honest, I don't know. And there we go with that. But, the more I hear your story, the more I get how beautiful it is and what a pretty good relationship you have with her. And the pictures are worth 1,000 words. So seeing you with her as a little tyke, speaks volumes about, the how the well she treated you and
Yeah.
all of that. So then, I of course felt better. So, well, thank you for being transparent enough to share that with us. So now now tell me a little bit more about your adoptive mother. We know that
Uh,
she didn't officially adopt you, but basically
yeah, my adopted mom, she lived
she
in
owned the
Ghana.
business, right?
Yeah, she was running a coffee business called Upcountry Coffee Company.
And
She was,
was that in Ghana?
yeah, that was in Ghana.
Uh-huh.
And
And
yeah,
the,
I was helping her too when I met her.
you were helping her in the coffee shop.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And how old were you then?
I think I was 9 when I met her.
Okay, okay. Cool, cool. So you had already started some type of entrepreneurial training,
Yeah,
after you
yeah,
met her.
yeah.
Very, very nice.
She
Okay.
she she decided to stay because of me.
Oh, okay. So now how long did she stay in Ghana
I
before
think
you moved to Mexico?
I think more than 10 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you were like a teenager. You were almost an adult when you
Yeah.
moved to Mexico.
Yeah. I think I was 21.
Okay,
Oh
you
no, 20 years. It's 5, it's 6 years. It's 6 years now. I've been here.
oh, okay, you've been here 6 years.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So 6 years, 6 years ago, you moved to Mexico with
Yeah.
your mother,
Yeah.
and you guys, had a place together. Was that in Chapala?
Ex-Lawakan. Actually, she got here before me because I was having like trouble with my visa and transit problem.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, like a lot of people.
Yeah.
Okay, so then you moved here. So how did you get into massage therapy? How did that come about?
My mom, like, she know this woman, like she's running a clinic, and she always talk about her, and massage was the only real business I've ever had. I used to be a dancer, like a cultural dance, and that's how I used to make money from that. And
Well, you made money from cultural dancing or massage therapy.
cultural dancing, that was my first like earning. I was earning from there.
Is that in Mexico?
No, in Ghana, Africa.
Okay, gotcha, gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so then
And
you got here and your mother knew someone in the business
yeah,
and
in Ghana.
oh, in
Sorry.
Ghana.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
where did you start training for?
I started training in Ghana. Like one day I just woke up and be like, I told my mom, I want to do something. Like I told her I want to like work in a massage clinic. And I was nervous. I never like the test and everything was kind of difficult, and I was like, I don't want to do it, I want to give up. And she's like, don't give up, don't
Good for her. Well, I'm glad she told you not to give up. You're really good. And we'll
Yeah.
talk about that later. You've won accolades and awards and you have many clients here. But okay, so you started in Ghana and then you
Yeah.
guys moved here and then you just started. Now, how did you like get the word out and start your business here?
um I started word to mouth, like telling others about my business and sharing cards
Okay.
and
Yeah,
my
the
information.
a good old fashioned
Yeah.
way, Okay, good.
Yeah.
So when I met you, you had been working maybe like 2.5 years or maybe? Oh,
Yeah, I've been since I've been here. I think when you met me, yeah, yeah.
yeah. Okay, great. So let's see. So that means like you've been doing this for almost 6 years.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you and like as long as you've been living in Mexico, because my next question was how long have you been in Mexico? But it all kind of ties in together.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So the other thing I was going to ask you was do you have any kind of so how are you trained? This woman that trained you, um,
She's a friend of my mom, and
but is she a licensed massage therapist or
yeah, she
trainer herself?
from United States.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, she studied, and yeah, she studied in United States, and she built her clinic in Ghana.
Oh, oh,
she
okay.
was she was kind of like my mom at the same time. She
Oh,
was like
okay.
because she helped me to get here too. She paid for a lot of money to get here, and
Oh, wow.
yeah, if it wasn't her, I wouldn't be able to, come to Mexico.
That's lovely. That's
Yeah.
so see, that makes my heart melt to know that there are people of other persuasions that
Yeah.
really feel love in their heart They don't be looking at the color of your skin, but they feel a love or connection, and they
Yeah.
go out of their way to really help and support a young person, you know, make a life for themselves. So that's a good thing. I mean, thank you for sharing that.
Welcome.
Um, so let's talk a little bit about, so you're a young person in
Yeah.
Mexico. And so I'm always like most of the people we meet are retirees or people, you know, later
Yeah.
in life that are working. So, but we do have two or three, a few really young friends like you and, you know, Elena and a couple of other young people. And so I'm curious from your perspective as a young woman, 25,
Yes.
how do you think, see now it's going to be a little different for you because you're not coming from Estados Unidos, you're not coming from the United States, you're
Yeah.
coming from Africa. And so your take on things is a little different than maybe a young person coming from the United States. And I love that you are very humble. My daughter, her first trip to Africa was
Yeah.
to Ghana, and she absolutely loved Ghana. She loved the people there. She said, Mom, the people are so beautiful and so humble.
It's
And so,
different. Yeah.
yeah. And so, you know, and you know, we kind of talked about, I talked about when you were here the other day, how strong you are. And you kind of shared with me a little bit about your upbringing and how your grandmama didn't play. So let's talk a little bit about how did you get to be so strong? Your little tiny self. This girl right here, she be getting into the muscles, into the connective tissue, close to the bone, into the joint. So she may look tiny, but she's very, I have to tell her sometimes, too much, too much, too much. But talk about how you develop that strength.
Through my grandma in the northern region, like most of the young uh, children, like they work very hard and it's like a tough life.
Yeah.
And we fetch water from miles and we wash our clothing from like we have to walk miles for firewoods and stuff. I used to carry a bucket, a bowl that is bigger than me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's
So
like,
yeah, you just developed your strength and your muscles
yeah,
starting
but
from a very young age.
yeah, when I met my mom, she's like, you're too young to have these muscles like you.
That's amazing. That
I
is
was like muscular.
right. That is amazing. That is
Yeah.
amazing. So, um, okay, so so getting back to the youth. So
Yeah.
do you find it, you know, kind of cool? I mean, are there things for you to do as a young person? Do you find it easy to kind of immerse yourself into the culture of Mexico being in your early 20s?
Uh, well, sorry, what's the question again?
It's like, okay, so you're really young. And so
Yeah.
I'm wondering, as a young person, is there a lot for you to do as a young person? Do you have a lot of friends? Do you find it easy to live here as a young person?
Uh,
You know, with like, I'm talking about things to
yeah.
do, fun things.
Yeah, for me, it's I don't have much like young friends around. Well, and I don't speak the language well. I'm trying to speak the language for 6 years and still struggling
Like a
with
lot of us,
yeah,
like some
yeah,
people move here and I mean, we talked to a lady that had been here 18 years. And so my husband said, oh, you must speak Spanish very well. And she was like, no, I think they should learn how to speak uh,
yeah,
English. And we were like put off. We were like, oh, please. Give
yeah,
me a break. You are in their country. The least
yeah,
you could do. So, you know what? We study. We probably will, some of us will never get that fluent,
yeah,
but my daughter
yeah,
is very fluent in Spanish. So, you know, we just
yeah.
keep practicing.
Yeah, I spoke other languages, so trying to learn different language is like it's a it's a bit difficult for me. Like
Yeah.
I
Don't
my
you do you speak French?
Yeah, my first, no, not anymore, but my first language was French, and the second one was Bono. That was my grandmom dialect, and the third one is English, and then
Uh,
the fourth one was Tui.
Okay.
So I don't speak those two language anymore, just Tui and English, and now I'm trying to learn Spanish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, you know what? If you spoke French, it's like riding a bicycle. If you start practicing again, it'll start
yeah,
coming back to you.
yeah.
Yeah. Very,
Spanish is a little bit like French, like
yeah.
similar. Yeah.
I instead of taking Spanish in high school, I
Yeah.
took French. And I'm like, who knew that we were going to have a lot more Spanish speaking
Yeah.
residents in the US? And I should have taken Spanish, but
Yeah.
I thought French was such a romantic language. Well, so is Spanish. It's just a lovely language, you know? So, okay. Well, listen, I have some videos and some photos
Yeah.
that I'm going to be, that will be interjecting into this interview so people can get a real glimpse. And,
Yeah.
like I can just say it, I'm a doctor, I'm a scientist, so I don't have any problem with people seeing, like any
Yeah.
skin. I don't have anything going on about that. And I hope that people see this in the light that is meant, that it is, it is a therapeutic kind of
Yeah.
like presentation that we're showing people your gift, because you
Yeah.
truly are gifted in the way of how you work on people. So thank you so much for being willing to share your story. It's
Welcome.
fascinating.
Yeah.
And I'm going to see you again in 3.5 more weeks.
Oh, and I do other fun stuff like I
Oh,
do like
yeah.
pop-up cards.
That's right. You know what? I almost forgot that, so I'm glad you brought that in. You know what? I'm going to highlight you and just put
Okay.
you on the screen so you can kind of put your. I'm going to be buying some of your cards. They are
Yeah.
really beautiful, but I'm going to like put the speaker on you and let
Okay.
you show people. Just I want you to just put your cards up so people can see them. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. This mm, pop-up
Look
card
at
I
that.
made.
That is so cute.
That's a Happy Mother's Day pop-up card.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
And there is this one.
Oh, look at that. That's like a table and chairs. And now
Yeah.
turn it around to the front so we can see. Like close it. Look at,
Oh, yeah. Like that?
yeah, and bring it up closer to the camera so we could just kind of,
Okay. Uh,
yes, very nice, very nice. And you do all of this free-handedly, right?
yeah. Yeah.
And can you make cards to order? Look at that. Father's Day is coming up soon. You better get
Yeah.
going.
Yeah. So I'm doing pop-up cards for all occasion. For all occasion. And
Yes, yes.
yeah,
And
I
of
also
course, you're charging a reasonable fee.
yeah.
We won't talk about what you charge on here, but
Okay.
things are very reasonable here in Mexico.
Yeah.
And if people want one of those cards, they'll have to place an order, right?
Uh-huh.
And so I'm gonna post your email address so that if
Yeah.
someone wants to place an order for Father's Day cards or
Yeah.
birthday, something like that, then they can email you. You just have to check your email regularly.
Okay.
They can email you and send you their pertinent information. And of course, when they place the order, they have to pay for the order.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna be making a bunch of cards and people be ordering and then they renege. So they gotta place the order and pay for it, and then they will get their order delivered or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I also knit.
Look at you,
This is like
so
a bed sheet.
talented.
I'm trying to knit
A what?
bed sheets.
Oh, a knitted bed sheet?
Yeah.
You mean
like-
to lay on or something to cover?
Yeah,
it's,
to lay on.
it's too hot to be laying. It's too hot in Mexico to be laying on yarn.
Okay.
No, I'm just teasing. Well, can you knit things to order as well?
No, right now I'm just doing it for myself.
Oh, okay. Well, when you
Like,
get
for
better,
fun.
yeah, when you get better, you let us know. Anything
Yeah.
else that you,
And yeah, I sometimes kayak fishing.
oh, you go fishing.
Yeah, I went to the ocean. Like it was fun. It was interesting.
Oh, okay. But do
Yeah.
you fish for other folks? And do you fish for other people and bring some fish back?
No, it's for fun.
Okay, you're multi-talented, my dear.
Yeah, and
Multi-talented.
sometimes I like play pickleball too.
You play pickleball.
Yeah, I tried playing pickleball and I like it.
Okay, well, you and I and Daryl will have to go to the pickleball court so you can give us some lessons. How about that?
The hardest part is trying to keep the scores for me.
Oh, well, I got that part. I play tennis, I play racquetball, but I've never played pickleball and we're interested in doing that. So we'll have to make a date for that.
Yeah.
Right.
And I also love painting, like
You-
painting.
You're funny. So you're getting ready to give me your whole life history, right? You're so adorable. I just love you. Well, listen, thank you for coming on and sharing your life with us. People, she's a great massage therapist. So, if you live in the Jalisco, then where do you ever travel to Guadalajara or any other places, or do you just do massage in our local area?
In the local area for now.
Okay, so that would be Chapala, San Antonio, Riberas.
Ixtlahuacan.
Okay, Ajijic
Yeah.
and where you live, right?
Yeah, but one day I would like to take my table to the beach and I could set like a
Umbrella or
canopy.
something?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God. You could do well like that. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that is very good. Thank you for sharing with us.
Welcome.
I'll see you in a few weeks.
All right.
Right.